Hi everybody, my name is Mercedes Pinedo. I am from Coro, Falcón, Venezuela. I am 72 years old and I invite you, all of you, and ride this big opportunity of Gift of Legacy SMART, because that's the best opportunity. I have been sponsored by my friends, my dear friends, Beatriz and Luis Manuel, and my best friend Carla too, because I am already in tableros in boards like Pilina, UI, Speed One, and I am in Ubuntu. I'm waiting to get many gifts of people that I know that they are so excited to get in these exciting contracts, smart contracts. So I invite all of you to get in this opportunity that is the best. That's one of my biggest gifts of the Gift of Legacy. So come on, ride with us. I invite you, all of you. Come on, be happy, all of you.
Moikka, se suomalainen GL-matkaaja. Minä olen ollut tuossa GL Smartissa nyt tämmöisenä beta-testaajana mukana ehkä 4-5 päivää ja tää on aivan mieletön juttu. Yksinkertaisesti sanottuna, kun sulla on kryptolompsa ja sä liität sen sillä älysopimuksella tahon GL:n Smart-pöytiin, niin sielläpä se runksuttaa sitten sitä matkaa ihan itsekseen, eikä tarvi ottaa itse yhteyttä kenenkään. Eli tämä lahjaliikenne tapahtuu huomattavasti näpsäkämmin ja nopeammin ja lähes täysin ilman omaa huolenpitoa. Ei mene helpommaksi enää. Tämä on ihan mahtava. Voit mennä niin moneen pöytään kuin haluat, eikä tarvi olla isoja lahjoja, vaan ihan pienelläkin rahalla pääsee jo mukaan. Hyppää ihmeessä kyytiin.
Welcome from Poland. Gift of Legacy jestem już ponad 2 lata. W Gift of Legacy Smart jestem już od miesiąca. Działa tu wszystko sprawnie i automatycznie. Prezenty wpadają automatycznie na portfel, nie trzeba się kontaktować z darczyńcami. Pozdrawiam Was wszystkich i widzimy się na tablicach Platinum.
Hola a todos, mi nombre es Carla Cabrera de Barquisimeto, Venezuela, y estoy sumamente feliz y agradecida con los custodios, con los desarrolladores que crearon esta hermosa plataforma llamada GL Smart, que no solo me ha bendecido a mí, sino a muchas personas, a muchas familias alrededor del mundo. Estoy agradecida también porque me ha dado la oportunidad de regalar mucho más y apoyar a muchas personas que para mí ha sido muy importante y que en este transitar nos hemos conocido como esta hermosa familia Ubuntu. Y gracias porque no se han rendido y siguen adelante y siguen avanzando y siguen creando mucha más abundancia para todos nosotros. Y esta es una gran oportunidad que yo te invito, ¿para qué? Para que vivas esta hermosa experiencia. En verdad, esto es una bendición. Gracias por tanto amor que nos han dado, gracias por esta oportunidad de seguir expandiendo ese amor y esa abundancia y esa prosperidad a todas las personas en este mundo. Muchas gracias.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. To all of our friends in America, happy 4th of July. And to everybody else, happy weekend. Wow, what a week it's been. And it's cold here in Johannesburg. I see Queenie's wrapped up as warm as me. Anne and Beverly are very hot where they are. So welcome to everybody. Doesn't matter where we are, what we're doing, we're one family in GL Smart. Tonight, we've got another very special Zoom. We're going to be talking about Smart Chain Open Lineage. And we've got Anne with us, who's going to explain, give us information. We thank Anne for her time. She's quickly doing this Zoom before she attends to many other duties that she does within GL. And we appreciate that even on her day off today, that she's helping us. So Anne, thank you so much for being here. And over to you, my friend.
Hello, everybody. Where to start? Let's see who's here. I think I know most everyone here. How is everybody today? Where should we start, Adele? I think I want to go ahead.
I think maybe just give an overview of Smart Chain Open Lineage, why we have it, just in case people haven't heard it. We didn't record the previous one, so maybe just explain why we have it, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay, so the open lineage, the Smart Chain Open Lineage was created so that, I'm trying to block the captions because I don't, they're distracting me. The Smart Chain Open Lineage was created so that we could support the community as a whole, so that everyone could be invited and included instead of having to be invited by a particular person, or having this particular person say, oh, I don't want to gift this person, or anything like that. Everyone is invited, everyone is included, everyone is supported. And this is the difference in GL Smart and regular GL is that this is not a 2x2 situation. Sorry, somehow I muted myself. This is not a 2x2 situation. This is the boards fill 1 through 8. So they fill 1 through 4 and then 5 through 8. And it is a chain. So when we join the lineage and we commit to a lineage, however you want to say it, we commit to a chain. So Beverly decides that she wants to join, and I give Beverly a wallet to follow. Beverly's going to follow Queenie. Okay. And then Beverly's going to join. Queenie is already there. And then I decide I want to join, and I'm going to follow Beverly. And that's a chain. That is one person following the other. And the reason that we do that is because the boards fill 1 through 8. There is no 2x2 situation here. Beverly's nickname or wallet is not going to hold a spot for me to join her underneath. So if wherever Beverly is, I'm going to follow her on that board anywhere. Again, I'm going to bounce all over the place. But anyhow, we wanted to have a lineage where everyone could be supported. So we have eyes on this lineage, okay? And I keep asking people for pictures of boards so that I can identify where you are in the lineage and where. So if you're in receiving, let's just say that you're legend, you're receiving gifts, or you're about to receive, or whatever it is. I want to see where you are and the person that you are following is. And so when you're done, you're going to join again, and you're going to support the person that you're following, because you're going to find them by joining again. And again, that keeps the chain flowing and intact. And that is a requirement of the lineage. We wanted everyone to be supported in this manner is why we created this. We want everyone in the community to have someone following them and be supported and be included in a family that is based around love and community. And we don't care who we're gifting. We don't care who's following us. We don't care who we're following, because that is the heart of GL. That is how it should be. Now, that's not to say that, we can't create another lineage here and we can't create another lineage there, but then we start getting into, different mindsets, if you will. There's different reasons for creating different lineages. Everyone can do their own thing, but in the open lineage, we know where you are. We can support you, provided that you're following the guidelines that we have created, which are very, very simple. It's the guidelines that we didn't create them. The algorithm and the contract, the way it was developed, created them. And that is that the boards fill 1 through 8, no matter what. It does not matter at all. There is no change to that at all. And so that being said, we need to invite people to the community, because with any activity, even though I'm giving you a wallet to follow and I'm giving your wallet to someone else to follow in this lineage or whatever it might be, we still have to invite, because there still needs to be movement. Because if Adele follows me and then I'm out of people and I don't have a wallet to give her, then we're just going to hang until the board becomes the oldest board. So the beauty of this is that, and I think most of us know this, but if you don't, I want everyone to have clarity here. If you're in a lineage, whether it's the open lineage or a different lineage, it doesn't matter. Or if you're following someone, in any way, shape, or form, when it's your turn to join again, or join, and you cannot find the person that you're following, the wallet that you're following, then you're going to join the oldest board. And the oldest boards are supported, as well as the follow option. And this is only on classic boards that we're talking about. And this is really, the focus here is of the open lineage. That's really where our focus is, but you know, that leads to other conversations around lineage. And so, I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry with what I was saying with that, but, I'm going to stop for a second and go ahead.
How does somebody join the open lineage? So if I've never joined the open lineage, what do I need to do? Can I just send you any wallet? How do I do it? Do I send money, Polly, to the next person? What am I doing when I'm joining?
If you decide that you want to join the open lineage, there is a form. There's a Telegram group for the Smart Chain Open Lineage, and there is a form. Okay. And you fill out the form. So right now we're going to talk bronze right now. Just say that it's bronze. Each board operates separately. So you're going to fill out the form for bronze if you want to join bronze. And then you're going to wait to be contacted and given a wallet to follow before you join the board. Now, this is not the end of the world if it doesn't happen, but it really should happen, especially at this stage of where we are. In the beginning, it was a little frantic and everyone's joining and everyone's in different timelines, and we understand all of that. But you need to have a wallet to follow, because if I haven't given you a wallet or someone else hasn't given you a wallet to follow, then the algorithm, the system, the contract does not know that you're looking for someone to follow, that you're not looking. It doesn't know that you're looking for that wallet to follow until you've entered that wallet. And so if you join before entering a wallet, you're going to go to the oldest board. But that's not the end of the world, okay? Because when you receive as legend and you're done with that particular run, then you're going to come and join again, and then you're going to find the person that you're following, and you will hook back up that way. And we're seeing that happen now. Go ahead.
So what we have to do is go to the Telegram group, the Smart Lineage Telegram group, or we can go to the open lineage topic on our GL Smart Telegram group, and there's a form there that we fill out, and then we wait for instructions, right?
Correct.
When we get the instructions, we copy the wallet address, and we have to put that in to follow first. I wonder if I should just show people where they're going to put it in case they don't know where to put it.
Well, I walk people through that. I mean, you can if you want to. I would like to keep this a little bit brief today, just because it's a holiday and I go off on tangents anyway. If those of you who come, I have a lot to talk about, so I don't always stay focused.
So we have got information anyway that shows you how to follow, but you have to put the wallet address in and follow. There's a very small little transaction fee that you need to approve, and then you follow, then you join the board. And when I first started and joined the open lineage, I knew that on the classic boards, we can follow somebody, but oldest boards are supported. So I thought I was being really cool and helpful. I joined open lineage. I put the wallets in and I followed somebody. I joined the board. I followed them. But then I thought I was being very clever, and I joined another bronze board. And I told you, very proud of myself, I told you I've joined another board because I want to support the oldest board. And that wasn't the smartest thing to do, was it?
No, it's not. It's when you take your one nickname that you've, so if you commit a wallet or a nickname, because you can have multiples, when you commit to a lineage or to this open chain lineage, this open lineage, you have committed to being a part of the chain. And so you've committed to following the person in front of you, and you've committed to the person behind you following you. It's staying in the chain. The person following you can only find you one time. If you have yourself on 10 different boards or 3 different boards or 4 different boards, when they go to find you, who knows which board it's going to, they can only find you once. So you're essentially, I don't want to say doing damage or breaking, but you're essentially breaking the chain because you are not keeping things lined up the way that they should be. Now, if you have this, like Adele, let's just say one of your usernames or nicknames is in the chain and has 5 different wallets. 5 different boards. You join that to 5 different boards. Adele 1 joined 5 different boards. Okay. The way to rectify this and put the chain back together is keep your one profile when it receives, and then you join again, make it just that one. The rest of them, just let them go. And when they reach legend, let them receive, but do not join that again, because you're not doing the chain any good. You're supporting a board, the oldest board probably again, but it's not doing the chain any good. And the people in the chain need to be following you and finding you on the board that you're on, not going to the oldest board, if that makes sense to you. So instead, take those funds. Let's just say Adele 1 is receiving for the second time. Adele 1 received the first time, and she's already joined the bronze again, and she's already found her person that she's following. That link is solid right there. Okay. So Adele 1 is receiving for the second time because she's on 5 different boards with Adele 1. She's going to receive, and then she's not going to join Adele 1 again to a bronze. She's going to take those funds and she is going to put them into a different wallet, and she can join that way or do something else. So it's kind of like creating, you can either join the oldest board with that new wallet, or you can come into the chain again. I have six profiles now, or 6 nicknames, whatever we want to refer to them as, wallets. I have 6 wallets in the open lineage, in the Smart Chain open lineage. I am inserting myself as we go down for help in supporting the chain, but also help in keeping an eye on how things are progressing and making sure that things are moving. And so today, several times, and I want to ask this to people who are in the Smart Chain, please pay attention when I ask for pictures of boards, because for me to message each one of you individually and ask where you are and a picture of your board is a rather large task. So I've been putting requests in the group, in the Telegram group. I'll put it in both the Smart Chain Telegram group and the regular GL Smart Telegram group. And it's a request for send me a picture of your bronze board if you're in the Smart Chain. This way, I'm kind of piecing together where people are. I'm also identifying where the oldest board is right now. And so today you may have seen that I asked if you're on board. It's 10, whatever it is, but 31, 32, or 33, those are the oldest boards that are in play right now. And so I'm taking those boards, seeing who's on them, matching it up to the sheet, and seeing where people are. So because this is a lot of the beginning of the lineage right now that is flipping onto the oldest board, And the great thing about this is that when these legends receive, provided they're part of the chain, they're going to come back around and they're going to hit these other boards. So that is kind of what we need to wait for. And that's the situation with any lineage. you know, your people on a perpetual cycle, they have to find you, and they will find you. We just have to have patience. This cannot be, you know, we're all going to receive, and we're all going to be abundant, and we're all going to do this together as a group together. That is my commitment. You know, when we, you know, we do have to look at ourselves and what's best for ourselves, but in the open lineage, we are a collective, we are a community, we are one. We are one. We are not me. We are one. We need to support one another, especially if we've made a commitment to be here and support the person in front of us. And again, I am always available for questions. If you have specific questions, you can always reach out to me, or you can post them in the group, in the Telegram, the SMART Chain Open Lineage Telegram group. There's a Q&A questions in there topic as well, and we monitor that.
Anne. So Anne, now that I'm sure I'm not the only one who made that error. So I have got bronze with my one wallet. I'm on 3 bronze boards. And now I have to wait until 2 of them finish. I'm not going to rejoin, but I've got 6 wallets in, GL Smart, different wallets in Trust and MetaMask. 3 of those wallets are participating in the Smart Chain. So when those 2 other boards I receive as legend, I can take gifts from there and use my other 3 wallets with different nicknames and join the Smart Chain, because then I'll be fixing up things and making the chain stronger. Is that right?
100%. You can come in as many. It's just like in GL creating a new username and joining.
Yes.
You can come in as many times as you want. There's no limit to, I don't think there's limits here to the number of wallets you can create in most in the or the number of wallets that you can bring in and join. I don't think there's a limit to that. You can come into the Smart Chain 100 times if you want to. There's no limit to that, and it only strengthens. And you know, as I said, we're going to be seeing, you know, as more people join. Right now I'm speaking of bronze. You know, there is silver and there is gold and there is flow there, but you know, right now most of the people who are entering are learning the SMART map and learning how to, you know, create abundance so that they can spread that abundance for themselves to other boards. There are not tons of people joining bronze right now, but as they do, you know, we put them in, and it means another gifter comes in and another legend fills a board and receives, and then that legend comes back in, provided they're part of the chain. They come back into the chain, finding the person that they're following, which strengthens the boards below you. And that's kind of the circle and the flow of that.
I'm glad you mentioned the SMART map, because we did a training last night about the SMART map, and also about how you can gift smarter by using multiple wallets. So I've just mentioned to you that I have got 6, in fact, there's 7 wallets that I have already opened. I've got 4 in MetaMask and 3 in Trust Wallet. The one in MetaMask I haven't activated yet. I haven't joined a board with it, but I've created it. So I've got 7 wallets. I've got 7 nicknames. We explained to you last night that you can only have 1 nickname on a board at a time. And we explained a strategy. Go watch the training. But when you join boards, not the classic boards, the other boards, and you join with 4 or 5 of your profiles quickly, one after each other, you will land 4 or 5 of your nicknames on one board, and you will help to close it. Because that's what Anne said. We are filling up from 1, 2, 3, 4 gifter, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 gifter. And if you can understand how we are filling up like a chain, then you will understand lineage better. And in lineage, instead of taking 1 nickname and joining multiple boards, because we know that's not a good thing to do. Create multiple wallets and join the smart chain with just one time with each wallet, because you're creating another link in the chain. Tonight I am wearing my chain. So every time you create another wallet, you're adding another link to the chain, instead of trying to get lots of little ones dangling off. So try and understand that this is very different to GL, and we need to rather get ourselves multiplied and participating on boards, instead of using one wallet and just joining lots of boards. You can join lots of boards with one wallet, but if you're playing smart, you will spread yourself over a few wallets. You can have multiple boards. You're welcome to do that. But especially with Lineage, rather have 4 wallets and each one of them is on one bronze board. Because if you take one wallet, you join the smart chain lineage, you're following one person, the other 3, you're not really helping the lineage. I hope that makes sense. Anything else, Anne? Maybe we should look at questions. I haven't seen any questions yet. Does anyone have any questions? Just put your hand up, put the hand at the bottom of the screen, or type in the chat. Hercules, you co-host. Do you have any questions on the open lineage?
Hello, Adele. I don't know why I'm co-host. I am here as a guest. I'm not a host at all. I am enjoying what you and Anne presenting to us. This is GL Smart, and the both of you are so smart. Thank you very much. I would encourage everybody to listen what Anne explains, what you're explaining, because GL Smart, indeed, we need to stick to doing things the smart way. Don't work hard, work smart. And if we do it the smart way, well, that will increase the user experience, and it will be amazing if everybody can pull in the same direction and work smart. Join the smart chain because it works. It is amazing. So thank you for your time. Thank you, and really appreciate it. Thanks, Adele.
Thanks, Hercules. We leave you as co-host, then we don't have to keep unmuting you. So you can comment. Lupa says, thanks for this informative Zoom. Have to go. Happy 4th of July. Hope she has a beautiful day, however she's celebrating. Any other questions? Matika's got a question. Matika, you can unmute.
Okay, thank you, Adele. I have a question, but I'm going to try to explain in the best way in English.
Okay.
What happened if I'm following you on bronze, but when you came as a legend, you decided not to go again to another bronze? And I was following you, not individually, but as a open lineage. So what happened if Anne told me, okay, you're going to follow Adele, and I follow you, but you decide not to join bronze again? What happened with me if I want to join bronze again?
You're going to go to the oldest board, unfortunately. You're going to go to the oldest board is what's going to happen, because the person in front of you, that's why it's very important. That's why we ask in the form when people agree to join, do you agree to join bronze every time that you receive as legend? Because if you don't, and you just don't join, then you're going to go to the oldest board. And that's,
okay.
but here's the thing with that, and then I'll let you finish because I don't want to lose this thought. But what that does is that's going to, because it's only breaking one link, right? It's breaking one link and you're going to go to the oldest board. However, the person following you is going to come find you on the oldest board. And then that person, so that keeps the chain is still going. It's just that one link is broken right there. So now if we were to identify that the person in front of you and the person behind you were gone, then what I would suggest there is you work with me and we'll create you a different link in the chain. But it's not the end of the world, but it does break the flow where we're trying to direct the flow, if that makes sense.
Okay, yes, I get it. But what happens if Adele decide to join bronze few days later? And what happened with me? I don't get back to her?
Not until the next go round. So let's say Adele didn't join bronze and you were following her, okay? And so you were ready to join bronze. You went to the oldest board. When you're done with that cycle, you're going to go and join and you're going to find Adele again. So you may sit a cycle out. You may not find your person every time, but the beauty is if you don't find your person, you're going to go to the oldest board. But if we identify that it's a pattern that we can't find your person at all, then we can fix that. We can identify if there's something that needs to be, fixed or what have you. This is part of the beauty of having eyes on this lineage from the very beginning and knowing who's where and who is who. And, you will get messages from me as I'm trying to sort things out and see, where things are going. And I believe that it's either you or Beatrice, one or the other. Some of your people, the oldest boards are coming now for the top part of the lineage. So these next 3 boards coming up are going to create some flow as people join. I believe 31, there's 2 more gifters to join. And then 32 is a lot of people who are in the chain. But remember, and this is just a little bit of information, remember that once a board splits, no matter if it's the oldest board or what have you, every time a board splits, it becomes the newest board. Okay. So this isn't a speed, it's going to be a flow. And the idea here is that we have a steady flow, once everything is moving, because the bottom part of the lineage is moving in a little more of a flow, but you also have expansion no matter where you are. And so expansion requires the invitation of people to join. And so I am focused on, I don't want to use the word fixing, but making sure that the flow is making sure that the rough waters, are smoothed out and we have just waves and waves and waves of abundance. But there's always going to be a little bit of bumps, just like if you're, shooting the rapids in a river and you're floating the river, you're going to come across some rapids, and then it'll smooth out again. So, but what we really need you to know as a community, the custodians, myself, Adele, any other admin, we are all committed to you guys. We want you all to be happy and receive, and we're not here for ourselves. We're here for the community and to bring the community together closer to work as a team and as a whole. And that's not saying anyone's abandoning GL regular, because we're still there too. But this is an opportunity for everyone to work together, because we're so much stronger together than we are individually, right? And I'm so enamored and in love with this, the SMART program. It's just, I love it. I love I love the way that we have to join, right? We have to join. We can't go, oh, I don't want to gift Martha. I'd rather gift Adele, and that's part of the beauty of it, because it opens our minds to one love, because we're one, we really are. And it's just, it makes my heart sing. It really does. I do want to say this as well, really quickly. we've said it in calls before, but let's just say that you have a string of people that you want to bring in. I know that you have people, Martha, and a few other people. I'm working with a couple of leaders. If you want to bring your people in, we can bring them in. Just trust me and trust the guidance that I'm giving, because it will benefit everyone, both the chain and the, maybe the little side chain that you want to create. So I want to say that I am working with a couple of leaders, teaching them and showing them that now. And that just, and I won't go into great detail, but I'm here for that as well. So any of you that are wanting to bring your teams in and merge with the SMART chain, it only strengthens, again, together, both of us. So I will be quiet for a minute. I hope I answered your question.
Okay, yes, you did, but I have another question. One person of my team, when I was explaining them how to join the open lineage, she told me, but what happens if I decide to follow you? And I said, it's better to follow the open lineage because it's it's stronger than me, than just me. And she said, but if you are in the open lineage and I decide to follow you, I am on the open lineage because you are there. And I say no, because it's different chain. It's different chain if you decide to follow me, because if I decide to go away, you're gonna live alone because the person you're following is not there anymore and you don't know where to go. But if you are in the open lineage, you're gonna be in a strong lineage. I don't know if you understand what I say, but that's what I explained.
I understand 100%. And what I can explain, the best way that I know to explain this is if we're giving our wallet to a bunch of people, and Adele used these little dangly chain pieces, but if we're giving our wallet to a bunch of people, because it is happening, and that's fine as well, but what happens is you have to remember there's always expansion and there's always someone needing to follow, no matter how the layout is, whether it's GL 2x2 or it's here with 1 through 8. So if I want to follow you and I'm insistent on it and you give me your wallet and I haven't been assigned your wallet, then I'm going to follow you and I'm just going to be out here and I'm not going to have anyone following me. And what that means is that I have to create my own lineage. I have to have someone join me and join me and join me and join me. And that's, that's okay too, but that you're not supported with the SMART chain that way with this lineage. Now, what can happen is if I know about it, it can be kind of, I think I've described this as if you're knitting and you get a hole in your sweater, the chain can be knitted back together, but not if you keep flowing and flowing and flowing, right? There are ways to chain it back together, but it serves you, right? It'll serve you because you'll have more wallets finding you. But as I explained the other day, if you have 20 wallets, even if you're with a fresh board, you only have 8 of those people that can find you at one time, if that's the scenario, and then the rest of them are going to go to the oldest board. So, it doesn't serve really the community. It doesn't really serve what we're trying to create here and the community and the energy and all of that. But everyone has their own mindset and what they want to do. And I understand that. But what you could do is if you have a bestie that wants to follow you and you have the available poly, what you could do is you could have another wallet and then we can bring you in, in a different spot, and then they can follow you there and they be following you as well. You would just be supporting the chain in a different space. So I've done that a couple times as well, because I have people, but I'm here to support you. We are all here to support you, no matter where you are in the chain. Just what I do ask from people is if you make the commitment, please do your very best to honor the commitment, because it honors the community that we're a part of and the chain that we've committed to. And if you need help or you have a question, again, I'm here. Okay. If we've, you know, some people have made a mistake or whatever, we can, you know, there's most of the time there's some kind of solution. You are supported within this open chain, open lineage, 100%.
Okay, thank you. I know that, and I thank you very much. And we are very grateful with you and with all the admin and the custodians. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matika. And I think what made me realize that I made an error is when you explained to me that by me joining other boards to help support the oldest board, I was filling up a board where maybe somebody needs to follow their friend. Because remember, we don't follow in a triangle like we did in GL. Here you fill up from gifter 1 to 2 to 3. You go to the next available gifter and you join the board where your friend is that you are following, the link that you are following, the wallet. You join the board. Now, if there's a whole bunch of other people like me who think they're doing good and joining multiple bronze boards, we are blocking the board and you cannot find your wallet. So you also go to the oldest board and then we create expansion, more expansion. So it's better for us all to just link up one at a time. And exactly like Anne said, if your friend wants to follow you, take your Polly, wait till you've got Polly, you join again with another nickname and she can follow you. I've done that to follow Anne. I've followed Anne. I've come in again and followed Anne so that I'm connected to, because we all love Anne. Everybody wants to follow Anne because she's a lady with the knowledge, you know, we all want to follow her. But it doesn't really matter who we follow, but you want to support her and help her because you love her and your friend wants to support you. So we get that. So it's possible. Queenie's got a question. Queenie said, I think you did answer that one with 2 bronze with 1 wallet. I did that. It's okay, Queenie, I did it too. But I want to know the other one, as I join the same board, how is it going to correct? So Queenie, you've got 1 bronze board where you are following Smart Chain Open Lineage, okay? You joined a second one and that went to oldest board. When this one that's following, when this one receives as legend, you join again. When this one receives as legend, you don't join again. You keep the 8 gifts and you take 1 or 2 of them and you create 1 or 2 more wallets and you use those nicknames to come and link up like this. You're going to link up like this to the smart chain. Okay, so you don't take number 2, you don't take the money there and join again. You just take the money, you put it in another wallet, you play smart. The deaf community say gift of legacy smart. You play the smart way and you take your 2 gifts from there, open 2 wallets, and then you're going to have 3 links in the chain, just like we told Matika to put another link for a friend to follow. We just make the chain stronger instead of putting more things hanging off. Are my ladies happy? Matika, Queenie happy? Awesome.
And don't forget, also, when we do receive, we want to also, if we're not already there, we want to go to silver because we all want to get to platinum, right? We all want to take the smart path to platinum. Woo! Then we'll all be sitting around on a beach or in the safari or somewhere talking about this, hugging one another, right? In person. I'm going to come to all of your countries.
You're coming on safari first.
I know, I said it for you. I want to be on the beach.
We've got beaches where there are safaris, believe it or not.
Perfect. That sounds perfect.
We can do that. Any other questions? It's so important that we understand that in GL Smart, we're a chain. We are linking one at a time, and we fill the board, gifter 1, gifter 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not like traditional classic GL where we join and we follow somebody in a triangle, where 2 gifters follow builder 1 and 2 gifters follow builder 2. It's not a tree. And in GL Smart, I don't look for your father, your grandfather, your ancestors. If I can't find you, straight to oldest board. It's you or oldest board. I'm not looking for your family. I'm not looking for your friends. It's you or oldest board. We need to understand that it's not generational. It's not a tree lineage. In GL, it's a tree lineage and it's generational. Here, it's one person or oldest board. Matika, you have another question?
No, I think she's just, yeah. I would like to say
I'm
something.
done. Thank you. I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay.
You had it up the whole time. I'd like to say something really quickly about following people. When we want to follow another person, if we're in that mindset and I need to follow you and I need to follow you, it's also not always going to line up here, because Martika, even if you give me your wallet to follow, you might be on a side of the board, a hemisphere that I'm not going to come onto. I might come into gifter 2 and you're on the other side. So I might be following your wallet, but we're not going to travel through the boards together. And even if we do line up and I do follow you, let's say you are on the first hemisphere and I come on to the first hemisphere, when we split, we may not be that way when we rejoin. So there's so many factors here that are not necessarily going to keep everyone together all the time. And that is also part of the beauty of the open lineage and the mindset of the open, all-inclusive chain, that everyone together, we throw people at the boards, and we don't necessarily have to be next to one another or traveling with one another, because it's in all reality, it's likely not going to happen every time. Sure, it's nice if you line up that way to go through one set, but it may not always happen that way.
And I used to say it when we first started presenting GL. I had a post and many people didn't like it. I think I'll redo it. But I always said, forget your teams and follow your dreams.
Yep.
And I've always said that your board at that moment in time, that is your team. And especially in GL Smart, we aren't talking to each other. I'm not phoning Matika and saying, hi, my sweetie, my darling, I want to send you a gift. I'm so happy. I just click and the gift goes. There's zero emotion. I might be very happy when I know I'm gifting someone I love, okay? But I get just as happy gifting anybody. We can click and play, and then we can socialize on the groups and on Zoom calls. And this is where we keep the community. And the reason this community is so vibrant at the moment is because we are all people doing the right thing. We're here for one reason. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter who's in front of you, who's behind you. I said it on Zooms last week and last night. If I gave you 3 boxes and I said, your dream is in here, a new house, a holiday, a new car, which is your dream? Okay, everybody wants a new house, come stand in this queue. Everybody who wants a new car, stand with me in this queue. And everyone who wants a holiday, stand with Anne in her queue. And everybody stand in the queue. You're all going to get your dream. You've just got to wait to get to the front. You take it and you go. Are you going to care who's behind you or in front of you? No. because you're going to get your dream. So let's just get in the queue, which is the Smart Chain Open Lineage, and let's go for it. Let's just go for it. We will socialize on the groups and on Zooms. Our community is getting stronger, and it will never stop being strong. But we don't have to worry about our teams. Let's chase our dreams.
Yes. And we should all be, for me, and I know I can speak for Adele and the custodians and many of us here. It is such a beautiful thing. For me, the receiving is in the gifting, and that I have the ability to gift anyone and everyone. And it's such a beautiful thing. And that to me is just the beauty. The receiving is in the giving, not the other way around. I don't expect, I love to be able to give. I don't expect anything but joy from that giving, always. And it makes me very, very happy to give. And just all of your beautiful faces and everyone here. Thank you all so much for joining us on this GL Smart journey, because I'm getting a little emotional now, but it's just such a beautiful thing. And the more we do, the further we go. You know, we get to meet more people and help more people and bring them on and teach them how to work it and try to help with glitches and things that are happening. And it is a lot of work, but it is very much worth it, because we're teaching each of you to be able to help one another. And that is how it should go and does go in the future as we move forward.
And thank you so much for your time, for sharing your knowledge, for all the work that you're doing, and the work you're doing with so much love. You know, Anne is so passionate about this that for her it's not work. It's a work of love, and she's pouring so much into it. So maybe we can all just right now send her some love on the screen to show her how much we love and appreciate her. And thank you for all you're doing. Please enjoy a little bit of your public holiday. Enjoy the festivities. Have fun, whatever you do to celebrate. And then to everybody else, have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Hercules, anything you would like to share before we say goodnight?
I think he's gone.
I think he might have gone dinner time.
Friday.
No.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
we're just battling with signal. We're just battling with signal. That was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Hercules. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a beautiful Friday evening or Friday afternoon. And we might have a pop-up over the weekend. Watch the groups. Let's try and gift smart, play smart. Let's close boards. Let's be the change that we want to see. Let's go and chase our dreams. So thank you, everybody. Until we see you again, good night, God bless, and goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.